Nice, you started to miss home, huh? Because you're a bit of a revisit to Daytona's welcome. But you missed Florida, huh?
That's
Yeah. Okay. Well, behind the scenes, we were saying, okay, this has to be like a tie, or maybe even an alpha. I like the Barretts, but this means that Aurora are playing around their magic damage. They're playing around the Sicilian and the Harith, which it makes a lot of sense that they'll both be getting the discounts so that they can get their items quicker. But Liquid, bro, they just need to build a bunch of Radiant armors and then they'll be okay. Let's see if Aurora can make this work. This is a very high risk, but Yue making it look rewarding because he is undefeated with the Sicilian.
And this is once again a specialty Harith in the hands of Dominicite. So many teams in the regular season have done 100 different things to ban out this Harith, and here he ends up with it.
Yeah. And that's why I'd say this is looking good. Like if you go down to the draft, I don't know what people say about the Barretts now. But this is already good, solid picks, Yue and Dominicite.
That's the thing. It's so brand new and so old at the same time that people don't have strong opinions about it.
You're not sure, you know? You're like, is it still good or not?
Yo, man, if it wins, everyone's gonna say, wow, what a brilliant pick. If it loses, boo. Like, why'd you pick the Barretts? But, you know, personally, I like it. So, let's see. As we're looking at the action of the big screen, from time to time, I encourage our viewers to look at the map. See how the laning is actually going between Dominicite and Oheb. Because this is what's gonna be one of the main determining factors whether or not Aurora will make this Barretts in the jungle work. How well can Dominicite actually manage Oheb in the gold lane and win in the gold lane?
First turtle's up. Everything already happening here. Demonkite will start this up, but now Carl needs to fight or to jump in.
Here goes 40. Almost gets bit and hit with that detonus welcome. But Demonkite so quick on the retribution, securing that first turtle for the northern line. Sanford very low. Lights on him, hits that taunt. So the airstrike by Sanji. A lot of damage onto Edward, popping that vengeance.
Oh, now they're still trying to get away. Edward could be in trouble. He falls.
Output King bites it. Light standing in the middle of 3. Little low, pops that concussive blast. Missile expert, not enough to displace Carl Teasy. Aurora gets to lick their wounds. Happy with that one objective.
Okay, good thing the Rubies were able to balance things out with a kill, but yeah, Demonkite actually getting the Retribution battle win against Carl TZ there. Good thing that he was able to. But you see now, Liquid, even though they lose a turtle, they're not afraid to fight and re-engage. So Aurora, especially Light, needs to keep that in mind. UN needs to keep that in mind. And JP's still been super annoying for Aurora to deal with. His positioning is at the Hilda is one of the reasons why they were able to get that kill eventually onto Edward.
All right, take a look at the items too. You saw that you have about a couple hundred gold in favor for Dominicite in the lane you mentioned. Keep an eye on that. Now, look at this.
Yeah.
Again, there's the pressure you were talking about.
Yeah, up top, Oheb got pushed back into the tower, and Dominicite was actually recall spamming in front of him, so we weren't able to see that on the big screen. But again, I encourage y'all, look at the map from time to time. Now, okay, good thing JP was able to, I feel like after that, that's when Oheb told JP, hey, I need your help here, join out. So now you see Aurora, especially like trying to get Christian in the jungle. I'm pretty sure Dominicite knows that JP's hanging around here.
He's fine. Light on his tail, flushes him out almost seemingly with instant reaction.
Yeah.
And they'll serve up this gold grab over to Dominicite. Very good start for that gold lane.
Good block there, actually, by Light to stop Oheb from getting that. But then also, Oheb got a fat wave. Still going to be really close. No team can find a big win in the gold lane just yet. The EXP lane, it's going to be another dead lane experience. Unless one of them actually really messes up. But this turtle looks good for Aurora.
They're going to start it up. LPC is part of it. They might have to just force this fight. There's another airstrike.
Sanji here, blasting away, cancels it. Oh, it actually secures the turtle. How'd that happen? And now you have blasted away with those fat impacts. And Demonkite, no follow-through from the rest of the Northern Lights, all Liquid.
Light's in trouble. He's going to go down here too with 1v4 Light. He'll fall. JP picking that one up.
Again, JP on the Hilda, plus the fact that Oheb got the miraculous last hit using the Death Sonata. That was all Liquid. And you see again the presence of this Hilda every time showing off in the back. Demonkite was left alone there because Hilda just decided to go after you and Doming.
I'm thinking when JP's utility will expire, and if that'll ever happen, oh my god! Dominicite with Sanji and JP alone. Oheb not even part of the action, takes him out. What was he thinking?
I mean, he's been pressed off of his tier 1 turret, zoned out completely for a while now, and then he ends up going down.
JP's locked in. JP is so locked in right now. So are everyone else inside of Liquid. Massive lead. Now he's the one flexing. This Hilda, again, dude, there's so many problems every team fight. It seems like, yeah, they're looking around the objective, but UA's always getting left behind. There needs to be a fix in the comms. Watch out for the Hilda first. Accept that maybe going all in, making sure getting the turtle won't be the right play. Slowly go for heroes.
Lane Edward on the vengeance.
Razor's Wrath, not enough to take him down. He's all right. Again, a dead lane, and this is, weirdly enough, good news for Aurora. If at least one of your lanes isn't getting beat down, you have time to build up UA. And in my humble opinion, I think UA is more of a power player now than he was in Game 1. So at least if Aurora can extend this to past the 16, 18-minute mark, they should be in a better shape compared to Game 1.
Yeah, we've seen that Sicilian hands for UA before. It'll be quite deadly, especially in the late game now, leading into this next objective. Turtles, they can't let that Turtle be secured by Oheb again. I don't know if that was the Destinata or the Rhapsody that got it, but Carl Teasy setting this one up.
That is welcome. Throw in Sanford over into that wall. The Salmon Force by Dominic Kite. 40 balls, serving up a kill to UA. JP gonna be up next. Sanji enters back. AOG by Light cancels it. Sanji with the flicker. Razor's Wrath taking Dominic Kite down.
Carl?
Down goes JP. Edward taking care of business.
A good fight for Aurora. Edwards jumping back up on the top side. He keeps Oheb out, but a good fight there.
Abu Jinjing has had it.
Yeah, perfect team fight split. Of course, Edward not giving up on the kill meant that they get a little bit more resources. Carl Teasy, a little shaky there. It looked like he would have gotten punished big time by Aurora, but Sanji eventually came back to back him up. So now Aurora can continue playing around that idea. See, they were going slowly, just a little bit for the heroes. Demon Cat was able to get that bite down onto Sanford. And then if they can continue to make sure that Sanford's the one taking the brunt of the damage initially, then they should be okay.
Sanford has been doing well to keep Edward down, but Edward rotates out. And I think that's a small victory for Aurora. That bottom lane, that expedite can take care of itself. Yeah. Now we're going into Dom and Kite is ready. And I'm hoping that's where Aurora is right now, because if you're waiting for US still, that's about 6-7 minutes out from now. Like, that is a non-starter if you want to fight now for this first Lord.
At least in that case that UA got a kill out of that, you know, kind of help them scale up a little bit quicker here. They did go ahead and do that lane swap. Dom and Kite now on this bottom side. Trying to press this in, but he's going to have a whole lot to deal with. So can't exactly push the lane in, or push that turret down, and they're going to lead into this next Lord when it does come up. So it's up to Aurora to kind of decide on how they want to play this out.
Yep, Sanji is staying way back. He's actually floating around the orange side buff of Aurora. I think he's providing space for Oheb, but Sanford's in trouble.
Right with a conceal, forcing Sanford out of defensive range. That's the first turret for Aurora.
I guess I said they want to decide what to do. They got the turret.
Yeah, I think that was the info. The fact that Sanji got into the orange buff without any vision at all, I think Liquid decided to just call, hey, I think all of them are just down there already in the lower portion of the map. So good thing Sanford was able to get away in time. And when you're going to look at Barret's and the Lapu Lapu, you're waiting for the timing of the Brave Spider, the Raging Slashes, the CC immunity, a little bit of the Lapu Lapu should help avoid the initial wait.
Oh, this is a fight that's breaking out. Carl Deasy, the Vanguard for Liquid. It's a non-starter. Aurora has to let go. They have to reconsider their options here.
I was kind of surprised, too, that they were so up front, especially with Dome and Kite. Leaving the charge, still going. Reset here, but now Edward could be in trouble.
My God, Edward's got 3 on him. The dead is welcome. Throw him to the wall. The vengeance.
Go!
Swipe it away. Sanji with the salvos. And Carl Teasy survives. Light falls into the back line. 40 against 3. Aurora can't fight with this front line wrecking lineup.
Liquid, they woke up good today. The positioning of Sansan, the Vengeance came in actually perfectly for Edward. I thought they'd be able to get them punished, but the fact that Sanji, right at the very furthest edge of his feathered airstrike, still got the kill onto Edward. And then eventually Sanford coming through, readjusting so that the other members of Aurora can clap back. This is why we were a little bit skeptical towards the Barrett. It was good, but still with a healthy hint of skepticism. Now if we look at the items, on the way to the Dominance Ice for the Lapu Lapu, already up to the Malefic Roar for the Granger, still very far away from the Holy Crystal for Dominkite's Harith, and that's the item that they need right now.
It's crazy how it fell apart so fast for Dominkite. You know, he was winning that lane against Oheb, and then all of a sudden he's down at, what, 2,000 gold. Oh.
It's that
As I say
bad.
it, yeah.
It's that bad.
He's got to go heal back up. I don't know, he's having a good time.
When it comes to big fights, Aurora just doesn't have enough utility. I don't know how Liquid's making this work, because you look at their lineup, the only real AoE CC they have is Sanford and Carl DZ. JP makes it look like he has it, but he's using damage as a threat to make up for that.
Oh, conceal?
JP looking to go hunting, jumps onto Yue, forcing that back space. They take care of the Lord, and in comes Carl DZ. Feathered airstrike by Sanji. Surgical approach to taking that tier 2.
Yeah.
Turret.
The fact that JP changed the trajectory of his walk, he used a second skill, I believe, on the minion, making it look like where Yue brought down his Bat's Claws, actually, the Sanguine Claws, would have caught JP. But JP was like, nope, I knew you know that I think I'm going there, so I'm going to go this way instead, setting up with a feathered airstrike for Sanji, stopping any responses from Aurora.
They're playing around with the utility that they have very well for TLPH. They find themselves now with a good lead. 6K up, they're going to put pressure on the purple, and they got it as well. So Demon Kite, no buff here. Definitely having a hard time. I mean, it's not just that Barretts is kind of slow to move on his own, but realistically, you're able to be kind of that front line, but then you also put yourself in the position to get the Daytona's welcome off and try to make that work, but it's not working the way they want to. And I feel like a big part of that is because, again, it's Domenkite that's taken a lot of damage before a big fight even breaks out. So then his positioning is then at risk of that.
Yeah, in the heyday of Barats, there would always be a hero like a Matilda or a Rafaela to help in the positioning. Here, he's basically raw dogging that as well, because he's trying to get it in when Liquid knows it. Here it is. We just have to sidestep. We just have to move over here.
It's a brute force Barretts. The fact that you have to revitalize on the Gacha, theoretically, if everyone's just all clumped up, it'll work well for him. But wait, whoa.
See, even this they can't deal with. Appraiser's Wrath right in your face. In comes 40. Sanji with the feathered airstrike, forcing his out force away from Demon Kite. Domenkite too, but he's down. And these three members of Liquid are running through him. Down goes Light. Down goes Demon Kite. And there's nothing Aurora can do.
TLPH saw the window and they took it.
And they're already in the base, not even taking down the inhibitor. This is a straight-on stampede. Edward, the only one left, push out of his own base. This is miserable.
Oh, they're quite low. They'll clear out the minions.
Edward,
though, is he gonna fight?
Edward,
why?
Not gonna survive against 5, not like this.
He bought enough time though. The turret still stands. But the Lord is up, so they'll reset. They'll make their way for the Lord.
A lot of questionable decisions for the side of Aurora. I know for them it's like, yay, cool, we got Carl TZ, but there's a massive deficit for you. If Carl TZ shows himself in the map like that, there's always at least gonna be 1 or 2 members of Liquid nearby ready to swoop in. Bro, that's a Fredrin. He can take that damage. Questionable for Aurora.
He wants to take that damage.
Yeah.
And in the wake of that stumble, again, a wipeout. Aurora, see another Lord go over to Liquid.
As I'd say, you see the value in him. That's what Fredrin is. And with this, the Lord is secure. They'll get ready to go ahead and take down some of these base turrets of Aurora's. Again, the lead has ballooned to 10,000. And honestly, Aurora has not had an answer for anything so far through this game. Even when you look at, okay, what's the late game insurance policy? Is it Yue isn't there. I mean, he's got what, 2 items he's working on next. Domi finally gets his Holy Crystal, man. So they should be able to at least clear the waves bet. Oh, hold on. They do get a base turret. Base turret's gonna go down. The Lord is still being worked on here. So Aurora's able to clear it out. 12,000 now for TLPH. They take the discipline round. They end up taking out this mid turret next. Tier 2 is gonna be the focus here. Sanford jumps forward. Now forward. Desperately trying to hold on to base turrets, but look at the feathered airstrike damage.
Yeah, it hurts
Too much.
too much. Aurora now have to pull a miracle. And at this point, Liquid, a night and day performance from what we saw from the last time we saw Liquid and Aurora go up against each other. Remember, going into this, Liquid has not beaten Aurora in a series. Now, 2 games in the best of 7 grand finals, they are just dominating Aurora.
Demon Kite gets taunted here. Energy eruption working out. Over to you, Sanji gets blasted. Protocol is going to be up next. Dennis welcome thrown into the wall. Looking light from the back line. Edward too. The Vengeance pop. The AOG catches OM. In comes Edward. Down goes Carl Teasy. Where did this come from? JP getting chased down by Edward. Down goes Demon Kite. Demon Kite looking to serve vengeance for his fallen brother. Edward hunting JP down. Broken wall working out for him. 3 for 1. Oheb, former brothers, agents, now turned rivals. Oheb wins.
And a back and forth. And it erupts here in the arena, but Aurora might have found a little bit of life in that exchange.
100%. I'm not completely sure if it was the missile expert that brought Sanji in a very weird spot.
Didn't expect that.
Did not expect. He was not supposed to be there that close. Light and Edward came in perfectly for the gank, but they could not get Oheb comfortably. JP was spacing out very well for Oheb, but then Oheb eventually got that kill onto Edward after the clapback. Liquid now, I think that was a warning shot. Aurora are definitely back in this, while Liquid still hold a comfortable lead. Remember, there is already a Holy Crystal on that Harith for Dominkite.
So looks like TLPH will still respect what Aurora is able to do. They'll let Demon Kite go in and start that Lord. They're fighting for position here. Look at JP's positioning though. Keep an eye on him. Lord less than half health. The Feather Airstrike comes down.
Silent Force by Dominkite. He's got Sanford trained on him. Dominkite very low. Down goes Edward. Oh, it gets another. Carl Teasy taking out the equation. Light served up a kill. 40. Very low. Frozen immortality. Oheb wailing away. Dominkite, Yue and Demon Kite cutting their losses. No retribution for Liquid.
It's on the gold laners now. And I think Carl Teasy needs to understand, like, with the damage already on that Harith, he can't be like the main front guy. But I think Liquid decided to commit that turn. They decided to go call for the hero instead. And now you see some very classic echo shenanigans of where Sanji is right now, very deep in. My question is, how long is he gonna hold that bush? Because the last time we saw something like this, it was held for like, what, 4 or 5 minutes all those years ago.
Yeah, and not only that, but Leo mentioned this earlier on.
He's back here?
Especially with UA on the Sicilian here, he's going to need plenty of time. Well, look at this, 313 stacks.
Ooh.
Almost at the 18-minute mark. That's why we're seeing the impact of those bad impacts now.
God, look at this kill. 1 kill away from map stacks. 70 on the Sky Piercer. That means he's been getting all of his kills off after he got the Sky Piercer.
Oh, yeah.
Just pure value.
Yeah, so even though Aurora, you see them fighting very well, Oheb's not dying. And now the pressure is on the Dominkite and Oheb. It's really on them right now to mess up. Oh!
Lucky with the Feather Airstrike, zoning Yue out.
Flicker down, too.
JP as well.
Liquid cannot blitz this. They have to wait for the Feather Airstrike to come back.
Yeah, they're going to need that. And it was Oheb that grabbed that purple buff from Aurora's side. It's half health here.
Man-to-man defense by JP keeping Yue honest. Lord at a 10 of itself. Sanford with the Bravest Fighter. Silent Force fight Dominkite. They're bursting down the Lord. Oheb secures. Immortality off of Sanford. Down goes Domink.
Domink's gone and Edward's going to fall as well.
AOG by Light does not find JP. The taunt on the Demon Kite. This is close to over. Nothing for Aurora on the board. Down goes Sanji. Can Light Yue do this? The flicker from Daddy JP.
Oheb's there. He's looking for more. He takes out another and Oheb will get another. It's a wipeout.
Liquid continue their momentum. 2-0.
You see the hype on Oheb stood up immediately. Sanji and Oheb